Hey guys, welcome back to 59 Gaming. Thank you so much for all the support that you guys have been giving all the guys. We are so happy to be here and we are going to keep pumping out these interviews. Today we have a very special guest. He is the man behind the Genshin on this channel. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself, my friend?
Hello guys, my name's Galeriot and I'm here to do this lovely interview. Hopefully it's not like my job interviews that I've been doing, but I'm looking forward to talking about gachas. Obviously I do Genshin on the channel a lot, more than I do Dokkan, but I do love playing Dokkan as well. So hopefully I can talk a bit about Dokkan as well here and there as well.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for taking your time out of your busy schedule to come up here. It's a pleasure to have you here. And the first question that I have for you is, what is your favorite gaming franchise?
I would say that my favorite gaming franchise would probably be Final Fantasy, or either that or the Pokemon franchise, I think.
Oh, okay.
Purely, I think it's hard to decide between the two because Final Fantasy as a series to me is obviously kind of better in terms of the quality of the games that come out, especially Final Fantasy 7, 10. You got some special gems in there like 6 and 8 as well. But the Pokemon series was my first gaming franchise in general, so I can't kind of it's a lot of nostalgia attached to that franchise, and I still play the games on Twitch here and there, and a lot of my community also loves Pokemon, so I have a serious attachment to Pokemon nonetheless.
Well, maybe we'll see on those Nintendo nights.
Maybe,
Yeah.
especially if there are any Pokemon directs coming soon. Oh boy.
Yeah. There's actually a lot of Pokemon fans among the 59 gaming crew, so it's pretty cool, man. No, and thank you for sharing that. I'm also a huge Pokemon fan, and I completely feel you on Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is fantastic. Ignat loves 15. I'm sure you've seen him talk about it. So,
Oh no, yeah, for sure.
yeah. So the next question I have for you, it's I know you mentioned you a little bit of Dokkan Battle, but what originally brought you to playing it?
To be honest, it was just me searching for games on the Play Store. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was initially my first year of university. Obviously, I was busy. Me and a couple of mates were just chilling in the back seat of a lecture theater, and we were looking for games to play. I think we had just finished, or we were just playing Pokemon Duel, but we kind of got tired of it. So me and my infinite wisdom decided to just search up Dragon Ball on the Play Store. Thought, there might be some random game, that might be like a third party game or something like that that's not, you know, licensed or copyrighted by obviously Bandai or anybody. But to my surprise, I found Dokkan Battle. So that's how I got into it. Didn't necessarily play it then because of the bad internet speeds where I was. But once I came back home, and I think this was previous or right before second year anniversary, that's when I started getting into Dokkan a lot more.
Oh, wow, so you've been playing for a while, though.
Yeah, I've been playing since second year, since SSJ for Goku and Vegeta.
That's great. And you were just telling me earlier, like, yeah, I mean, I don't play it too much. I'm like, dude, you've been playing for a long time. But not a lot of people
Oh,
play it for that amount. That's cool. That's super cool.
the thing is, I used to like compared to then when I say I don't play it as much anymore, it's because I play so many other gachas as well,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all of that. But back then, I think Dokkan was like literally my gateway into gachas, and I think I think that also applies to a lot of people. To be fair, when it comes to just gacha gaming, it's either Dokkan or Fate. To be honest.
I feel that. Very good taste. Fate and Dokkan are very good gotcha games. So, to kind of move on to the next one, so what games can we see you covering in the future on 59 Gaming?
Obviously, Genshin is going to be a huge priority for me. I think, especially, not only just on the hype, but having played the game during the betas and stuff, I know the potential for the game. And I just want to try and obviously help out as many people as I can, of course, by helping them either via guides or, speaking about certain topics, if they do something right, something wrong. Obviously, I want to try and, talk about that as much as possible. So Genshin is definitely on the cards. Dokkan, I'm always going to be there. I have taken part in a couple of podcasts so far for Dokkan, for the Dokkan site. So obviously, you might have recognized me from those. But if there are any other games that are planning to come on 59 Gaming, such as Fate Grand Order or Danmachi,
Ooh, that would
or
be a good
maybe
one.
Pokemon Masters, I'm always up for those games because as I've said, I've played a lot of gachas so far, throughout my Twitch career, quote unquote. So having played Dragalia, Sino Alice, and so on and so forth, I kind of have an idea on all of these gachas, so I can kind of give an opinion on like and compare to like, oh, this is a good thing that the gacha has done. This is a bad thing. How will it affect the fan base, and so on and so forth. So looking forward to just trying to help out where I can more so than anything else.
No, that's very cool, very cool. And by the way, Nolar, you heard that? We need a Fate Grand Order hour.
Ooh, boy, I
That
would be so down for that.
I'm
I would
down.
be so down for that.
Yeah, there we go. Nolar, when you're re-listening to this, we're getting that Fate Grand Order hour one of these days. Alrighty. Great, dude. I mean, yeah, you have a fantastic taste in gacha games. It's really cool that you've messed around a lot. Not many people have actually played Dragalia, and that's actually it's a pretty good free-to-play game. Of course, you could drop, your real-life money, but Nintendo's been pretty good about giving a lot of free-to-play currency. What do you say they have?
I think they have, and it's not only just free to play currency that they have given, it's more so the ability to and it's not really ability, I should say. It's more so the what's the best word for this? I think it's the I'm trying to think of a good word here, but I'd say, just to make it easier, the devs listen. That's the best part about Nintendo gacha games. If you look at both Pokemon Masters and Dragalia, their devs listen to you, and it's like you see they're consistently putting in notices. They're putting a monthly update saying, okay, we're gonna do this, okay, we've heard you guys, we want to change this. So it's always a great thing to have devs that listen to you, because a lot of gacha games end up just getting it in one year and throwing it out the other, or just plainly ignoring you. So I think the Nintendo IPs that we've had with Dragalia and Pokemon Masters both have had this amazing culture of listening to the players first and then making decisions. So that's amazing. And then of course, free to play currency wise, they've done a fantastic job just throwing currency literally at your face, saying, here you go, summon whatever you want, go for it.
Yeah, it's true. I think even right now, during the second anniversary, it's been insane. I think you get free multis every day, all this crazy junk.
It's really fantastic, especially how Dragalia has done the free multis, because they just added a pity system to the to the game. Effectively, after 30 multis, you get a free summon. Now, more often than not, pity summons only apply to if you're spending the actual currency, right? What Dragalia has done is basically they applied the free multis as well as the tickets that you spend. So you don't even if you have, say, one free multi and like say enough tickets to do 29 multis, you will get to pity automatically. You do not have to spend a wormite or a stone, depending on whatever game you're playing, to get to pity for Dragalia. So they've done a really good job with that, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, and I definitely gotta start playing that a bit more, because it's I jump in and out of it for sure. It's one of those for me. It's one of those. But like you said, it sounds fantastic, and the times I have jumped in, I always have a good time. It's just playing. You get caught up playing so many gacha games, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers understand that. When half your phone is filled with different JPEG games, right?
Oh no, 100%. I've had that problem of jumping in and out of Dragalia as well, because I feel like while the game is great, it sometimes isn't for me, in the sense of like how the gameplay is and whatnot. And sometimes it's also the time consumption, like you've said before, it can be a bit daunting. So yeah, no, I completely understand that for sure. And I've done it with so many gachas where I've downloaded it, played it for like a couple of weeks, maybe a month or two, and then just dropped it out of my phone, or moved it to like an emulator or something and never touched it again.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So I'm gonna move on to, it's gonna be like a double-ended question for this one. So the first one's gonna be, what is your advice to small content creators? And what was the reason for you choosing Twitch over YouTube?
All right. I'll start off with the small content creators question first, because that's something very straightforward and I can easily say it. And that is, enjoy what you're doing, because frankly speaking, when you're starting off, the big problem is you have these expectations of, oh, I can do this and I can do that. Oh, I'll get these many viewers or followers or subscribers. I will get this, I will get that. Don't have that in your mind. First and foremost, think of, okay, do I enjoy playing whatever game I'm choosing? Yes, go for it. Try and then build a community around you, because that's the next biggest thing you need to try and do, is get a core set of people around you. From there you can find your moderators and whatnot as well, especially if you're a streamer. You can get your moderators from there. They can help you set up like your community better, and you can get a lot more friends even as well that way, and you will enjoy yourself. From there you can consider doing alternative things as well, trying to improve your quality, like for example changing how you make your overlays, maybe potentially expanding into highlight or editing clips of your streams into like miniature clips so that you can upload it to YouTube and so on and so forth. But first and foremost, your main thought should be to ensure to enjoy yourself and build a community more than anything else. Don't focus on the bigger scale. Focus on yourself first. And for the second part of the question, which was
why you started Twitch.
Why did I choose
Yeah.
Twitch, right? Yeah, okay, sorry. Just making
fine,
sure I
you're
didn't
fine.
get that wrong. Okay, so the reason I started with YouTube first, I'll be very honest in saying that. And I used to do like, this was way back in the day. This was when I was like 15 or 16 years old, and I wanted to try and, obviously at the time I used to watch only Formula 1 and FIFA YouTubers. So I was obviously driven to try and create that content. Didn't necessarily work out because obviously I wouldn't be able to do the same level of quality or be able to like buy a ton of like packs and stuff in FIFA. So that kind of fell apart. Moved into trying to do Pokemon on YouTube, still didn't work. And at this point, I kind of realized it's not because of the quality or what I was putting out. It was more so I didn't have the time to create the content that I wanted to and do the post-production work of editing, rendering and whatnot, because I just wouldn't have the time alongside university or high school at the time. So I decided I wanted to stream instead, try and do it as a bit of a hobby, kind of, create a community that way instead. And I did try YouTube initially, but then I didn't enjoy it as much. And then I was told maybe some streaming would be, maybe Twitch would be better for you. Somebody mentioned it, and I don't remember who exactly. I think it was somebody on Twitter that mentioned it. And here we are. 3 years later, and I was on Twitch at the time.
Oh yeah, nice. And I might, dude. I mean, that's a really good way of thinking, because I'm kind of the same way. I don't really have the time to do all the right processing and all that jazz, for the most part. And Twitch does seem like a really good idea, because it's kind of, I mean, I'm very into, giving out content for what it is, right? And
Yeah.
I think Twitch is a great way of doing that. Like, there's no script, there's no hiding. It's just you. And I think that's a really great way of doing things, man. And I definitely got it. I mean, I've seen a couple of your streams recently. Actually, I saw you streaming your Fate Grand Order, and it's extremely very entertaining. So everybody,
Yeah.
shameless plug, go check out my boys' streams.
Appreciate it.
Of course, man. Of course. And so, who's your favorite waifu?
Okay, this is where I think a lot of people will just want to yeet me into the sun for saying this, but I'll genuinely say it's Asuka from Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Really?
A very odd choice. I know, but I don't know. I wouldn't say an attachment. I just feel like I like that character for who she is, and it's just more so because of the franchise she's in as well. I kind of have to give it some credit for that, because Neon Genesis is my favorite show of all time. I just have that attachment because of the realism and whatnot, all of that together combined, and her being the character that she is. She's my favorite waifu by far, 100%. Now, if you come on to Fate and others, and for a more realistic look at it, it's probably going to be Arturia second, but Asuka, I think, is...
Yeah.
I know it's a very odd choice, but yeah, I have to give it to her.
Respect for sure. I mean, she's cute. She's definitely cute. So you got good taste, man. very good taste.
Yeah, I mean, at
That's
least
all
that's
matters.
going for me because everybody else will question everything about me apart from that because of the story she's in
Yeah,
and
I
what her
know, I know.
story is.
Yeah. Her story's not the.
It's really questionable for those who haven't watched Neon Genesis Evangelion.
I
Just
highly
let's leave
recommend
it the
it.
fact that it's questionable, but yeah, I highly recommend it. It's one of the all-time greats. One of the reasons why, apart from Dragon Ball, of course, I'd say Neon Genesis has played a huge part in bringing anime to the West as well. So definitely recommend a watch.
Well, thank you so much for sharing all that. And there we go, guys. We have just concluded the interview. Do you have any final things you would like to say?
No, I'm just gonna end it off by saying thank you for having me, first and foremost. And I'm looking forward to creating more content on here in regards to the podcast, maybe some more guides and whatnot regarding either Genshin or if we ever have Fate Grand Order on the channel. I don't mind doing something for that as well.
Oh, very cool, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on. And you guys, again, thank you so much for the support on 59 Gaming. The channel is doing wonderful, and we're so happy to be doing this for you guys, and I hope you guys are enjoying getting to know the content creators. We got a lot more coming up, so stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.